Hey guys, today we're going to be answering the question, how big do northern white-lipped pythons actually get? Before we get started here, I just wanted to point out this really cool Markham Reptile shirt that I'm wearing. I'll actually put some pictures up next to me as well. And these shirts are available right now, so if you want a shirt, just contact me and get this beautiful Markham Reptile shirt that of course has a northern white-lipped python right on the front of it. And he's actually one of the ones we'll be showing you today as well. So at the moment, we actually have 8 northern white-lipped pythons, and we have a good variance in age and size. So I figured it'd be a perfect time to give you guys a video on basically growth rate as well as potential size for a northern white-lipped python. We're going to go smallest to biggest. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. So here we have Goldie. And Goldie is a beautiful girl that we got farm bred from Indonesia, so I don't know her exact hatch date. But I would say that Goldie is probably a year or less old. And she was even smaller than this when we got her. And this just gives you an idea of how they look when they're younger. You know, she actually may be darkening out a little bit, but she's still pretty gold. But we do have another white-lipped python that absolutely now puts her to shame on the gold. So I kind of regret naming her Goldie. But you know what? Goldie still has some nice golds to her. As you can see, she has some like striping right here. Those are not scars. Those are actually stripes. And I've heard that those actually fade out as they get older. So those kind of disappear. But, you know, very skinny. She's probably less than 100 grams still, if I had to guess. And, you know, she's eating like fuzzies and stuff like that. I can feed her like 2 fuzzies at a time, no problem. I could probably feed her small mice if I really wanted to push it. But I just don't feel like seeing that big of a lump in her. I'd rather give her a couple fuzzies at a time. Right now at the size that she's at. But as you guys can see, they don't start out super big. They already have the beautiful iridescence. I'll show you some pictures of Goldie that I've taken. And she's absolutely beautiful. And they, of course, have the signature white lips already. And wow, she's such a pretty snake. I can't wait to raise her up and breed her. She's absolutely beautiful. And she has the best demeanor. She's so sweet. So our last snake was a yearling. And this snake right here is actually about 1.5 years old. So this is actually a snake that is already accounted for. It's going to Willie Morris. Big shout out to you, Willie. And I do see the sun peeking out behind me here. So I'm actually going to go take some really pretty shots of this in those sunspots behind me in the yard. Don't want to give away my secrets too much. But when the sun gets on these guys, they're absolutely beautiful. I think it's pretty simple, you know. This guy, like I said, he's 1.5 years old. And it is a male. He is absolutely beautiful. He's pretty chill. I've been handling him a lot for Willie, but to be honest, he was a little scared during shipping, but he hasn't bit me once. His demeanor is pretty nice. You know what I mean? He's pretty cool. You can see that he's inquisitive. You can see the tongue flicks. And this guy is actually really chill. Willie, he's going to make a wonderful pet for you. So I'm super happy to get this guy to Willie Morris. But as you can see, you know, this is how big he is right now. And this is actually a period of their life where they put on quite a bit of growth, as you will see with the next snake. This snake right here is my snake Rolly's brother. He's his younger brother by 1 year. So next we'll show you Rolly and show you just how much they do grow within that year. It is a time span where they put on quite a bit of growth. So this is our snake Rolly. And he was also captive hatched by TJW Exotics, William Philippek. He is actually 1 year older than his brother that I just showed you. And look at how different he looks than his brother. He has put on a ton of size, thickness, and length. When we got him, he was about the same size that his brother is that I just showed you. So it shows you during that 2 to 3 year mark, they're putting on quite a bit of size and quite a bit of growth. And actually, he was really nippy when I first got him. And now he's super chill. Great snake. One of my favorites, actually, to hold. Very inquisitive. You know, moving around a lot. Holds on to me. He has good strength to his body. You know, he kind of clings to you with the tail a little bit. These guys are semi-arboreal. I wouldn't say that they're like as arboreal as like even a carpet python or something like that. But they can hold on to you when you hold them, which is super cool. So let me see if I can get Rolly to stretch out here. a bit for you so you can get a better look at him. This is how Rolly's looking, and he's probably about 2.5 years old. So this is a 2.5-year-old male white-lipped python, and once again, he was captive bred as well. Now this next snake right here is a level up in size, but a huge level up most likely in age. This is Beastie, and he's actually the snake that is on the shirt that I'm wearing. He is the first of the white-lipped pythons that we got, and he's actually a wild-caught adult male. He was caught in the wild as an adult in Papua New Guinea and imported to the United States. So as you can see in the wild, the males are getting about this size right here, and there's a lot of factors to that. You know, food is harder to find in the wild and stuff like that, but this right here seems about the natural size for a wild northern white-lipped python male. He has some scarring on him from being in the wild, and I don't know his age, like I said, but I know for sure he is an adult. He has not really put on any size since I got him, and I've fed him well. I haven't like overly fed him, but I've fed him well enough to where if he was younger, he would have grown. Here's some scarring that you can see. You know, snakes get into stuff when they're out there in the wild. And also check out his temperament, you guys. You would think a wild-caught snake like him would be super crazy, but really, he's pretty chill. I mean, Beastie's an awesome animal. So really glad that I got into northern white-lipped pythons with this guy right here. He is an absolutely beautiful animal. All right, you guys, for our next step up in size here, we have Fifi. And she is significantly younger than Beastie, but she is also wild caught, and she was wild caught as a baby. So I'm sure that makes a huge difference in her growth. But she is probably about 4 or 5 years old, judging from the fact that she was caught as a baby, and she's been in captivity for about 4 years. So she was wild caught, and this is basically an adult female northern white-lipped python. She may be, you know, on the middle or smaller side of adult females, but she is definitely an adult. This python right here could produce babies, and I'm actually trying to produce some babies with her this year. She's absolutely beautiful. Like I said, she was wild caught. She was raised by my buddy Jimmy at Gecko and Gecko. Stay tuned. I have something really cool going on with Jimmy this weekend. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. You're going to have to stay tuned. Jimmy, shout out to you. You're an awesome guy. So Jimmy raised these up for about 3 years. And this one and Belle, which is the next girl that you'll see. And then he sent them to me, and I've had them for about a year now. And as you guys can see, she's not biting me. She can be a little flighty. Sometimes she does the tail flap to let me know that she's not feeling it. But that's mostly when I put her back in her enclosure. And if I had to guess, she's probably somewhere around the 6-foot mark. So this is an adult female right here. All right, you guys, so a step up in size from Fifi, I have our other female, and that is Belle, our other adult female. And she was also wild caught as a baby. I also got her from Jimmy at Gecko and Gecko. And she's probably my favorite white-lipped python that we have, because even though she's wild caught, she probably has the chillest temperament of all of our northern white-lipped pythons. I will put her around my neck. I'll let her near my face. I'll pass her to my nieces, nephews, and other people that come visit us at the house. And, you know, she's just really a puppy dog tame. She's absolutely beautiful. And she's a bit bigger, a bit thicker than Fifi is. And she is an absolutely stunning female. And she really does have that puppy dog tame personality. She's gorgeous. And like I said, she's probably about 6.5 feet or somewhere in that range. And she's about 4 to 5 years old. So probably more along 5. And she may still grow a little bit more, because as you guys will see, she is not the biggest northern white-lipped python that we have. But she is probably my favorite. So shout out to Belle. My wife named her after Beauty and the Beast character Belle. Beast is, of course, named after the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. And Fifi is also a character from Beauty and the Beast. So those are some pretty cool names. And, you know, what do you guys think of Belle here? Let me know in the description. To me, Belle is the perfect example that white-lipped pythons can be a great pet. She's absolutely wonderful. She's puppy dog tame. You know, she was wild caught. So it shows you there are individual personalities on these animals. She is absolutely wonderful, and I love Belle. All right, so here we have this really big adult male. He's one of our biggest northern white-lipped pythons, and he actually has a bit of an attitude. He just got me here a second ago, And I'll make sure to show you guys this after the blood is wiped off as well, because most of you who own snakes know that the bite is not really that bad. It's mostly the suspense that gets you about a snake bite. But this guy is a really big male. And with northern white-lipped pythons, I've kind of noticed that the males can get just as big as the females. It really depends how you're feeding them. So this guy is a 13-year-old male. He's an absolute beast. He has a bit of an attitude, and he's actually a captive bred snake as well. At some point, he was believed to be a female. So he was pumped full of food to be a breeder female. And this shows you really how big you can get a male if you're really trying to just aggressively feed them. And I know he was food cycled as well, so it's not like he was power fed. There was like 6 months of the year where he wasn't fed at all. So it's not like he's going to have health problems or anything like that. But he was definitely fed really well. And this shows you, compared to the wild-caught male, how big you can actually get a male northern white-lipped python. I haven't measured him, but I guess that this guy's probably in between 6 and 7 feet. Like I said, he has quite the attitude. Zero tongue flicks happening right now. And you guys that know snakes know that is bad news. That's a bad body language sign by the snakes. And he's not the worst snake in the world. He actually calms down after a while of being out. And he has some pretty iridescence. I'll actually put some pictures up of him here where you can see his iridescence outside, because the clouds here are kind of fading in and out. But yeah, big male white lip, bit of an attitude, bit spicy. Got me here this morning just a bit, but it's no big deal. Fun fact, these guys do have the most teeth of any python, but as you see, they're not the biggest teeth in the world, and the bite really isn't that bad. All right, you guys, so this is our biggest northern white-lipped python. He is a male, he was captive bred, and he is also a 2013 baby. So he is about 12 years old, and he is our most golden white-lipped python. He is absolutely stunning. I love this guy, and we're going to be keeping him. We haven't named him yet. If you guys have an idea for a name on this guy, go ahead and drop that in the comments. We would love to hear it. But he is our biggest northern white-lipped python. He's absolutely beautiful. I'll put up some shots here of his iridescence as well in some good sunlight. And this shows you the difference, really, between a captive male and a male in the wild. Now, I'm sure some males in the wild get big as well, but this guy has had consistent food his whole life. He was at one point thought to be a female as well. I've probed him. He is 100% a male. And my buddy William Philippek that sent him to me, he wasn't produced by William Philippek. He was produced by a guy named Chris Canarosi of Mystic Reptiles in Florida. But William Philippek that sent him to me said he's definitely behaving like a male. He paces when he sees that or smells that females in the room are building follicles and stuff like that. But this guy is absolutely beautiful. So he is a male. This shows you our biggest two snakes here that are northern white-lipped pythons are actually males. So if you feed these males a lot, they're going to get just as big as the females, because this really is the max size for a northern white-lipped python. This guy is about 7 feet. So he's definitely a big snake. He's strong. He's very beautiful. And this is about as big as a northern white-lipped python's going to get. And you're certainly not going to see many males this big. This guy is an absolute beast. He's a stunner. We really should think of a good name for him, because he has some beautiful golds on him. So drop that name in the comments, what you guys think this guy's name should be. He is an absolute beast and a beautiful animal. All right, you guys, so that goes to show you there are many different sizes on northern white-lipped pythons. Some of it does vary upon food, but you're definitely going to max out around the 7-foot range on these guys. There can be some variance, like I said, though, because Beastie is maybe 5 feet, and Beastie is fully an adult. So like 5 to 7 feet on northern white-lipped pythons. They definitely go through different growth stages at different periods of their life, just like we would. I'm doing this outro with Belle just because I love Belle, and I just wanted to hold her some more. So she's right here. She's totally awesome. All of these are really beautiful animals. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you'd like to be on our northern white-lipped python waiting list, we are breeding. So just contact me. I'll put you on the wait list. And I basically am going in order of what time people signed up for the wait list. and that's who I'll be contacting when we produce babies. And we will produce babies. Mark my words. It is a when, not a if. We are definitely producing these guys. I'm going to work at it until I get it done. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Check out our partner Reptiles. Their link's in the description. And go sign up for our Patreon, you guys. The best way to support us is through Patreon. Patreon is linked in the description as well. And you guys have a wonderful day. Keep spreading the love of reptiles and keep learning as much as you can.